Hi, so now we have an issue in our code and we need to fix it. We cannot pass action as a word. So we can put it in single code as test and let's refresh. So now it seems that it's working. Okay, so this is action movies and we need to move some to other movies. So we're gonna say drama. So there is no movies for drama. So now from this link, let's press on action. And here we are. There is the action movies and we have the next and the previous. So this is awesome. Now it's working. So we need to add this to the whole thing. So we need to add it in here. So sometimes those categories are not constant. So sometimes you need to add more categories and so on. So in this state, you want to do it like a choices, like as we did in our models. So those categories, if you want to enable the user to add more categories and so on, so you're gonna separate this in another model and so on. And to represent them in the model list, you just have to loop over them. Okay, so here we're gonna add comedy. And this is drama, and this is romance. Yeah, just like this. And for the movie list, so we said for movie in movie list to do this, and we need to add something else. So we're gonna see, sorry, so we're gonna add the empty. So this is empty. We need to add we're gonna add something like this, and we're gonna see there are no movies in this category. So let's save this and let's refresh our page. So let's open comedy. So there are no movies in this category. So let's open drama. There are no movies in this category. Romance also. Action, we have 2 movies. Okay, so now we've added those categories well. So we need to add the gear. Or first let's add the language. So we need to do this with the language. So we're gonna do the same as we did in the movies category. So let's copy this and let's add it in here. And we're gonna say movie language. Just like this, and we're gonna say self with language equal to self with lang, and this self with language we will retrieve from our database according to this language, but for language, not for category. So here we're gonna say moves the object with filter, the language equal to self with language. Okay, and here we have everything set up. So we're gonna change this to language, and this actually will be self with lang. Okay, so now this is awesome. We need to add a URL that moves. So let's duplicate this, and we're gonna add the language, and this is our view movie language. So let's import it in here, and let's add it in here, and this is actually the movie language. So and let's change this to lang, because we're using it in our view as lang. Okay, so now this is awesome. So let's refresh our site, and let's add language equal to, so let's say the language slash English. We've got an error. Object must be an instance or subtype of type. So we're in, so we've got the same error. So let's review our code actually. Well, let's take a look at the console. Yeah. I'm sorry, this is my fault. This is movie language. This super, not movie category. Okay. So let's refresh. So we've got, seems that we've got new moves. So let's open the admin. Let's open John Wick. This is actually in English. And for Spider-Man, actually English also. So we should see two movies. So let's review our code. So we're gonna see F. So let's copy this F, and we will do the move language. If there is a move language, we're gonna select this move language. It moves. So we now should see English movies. So now English. Sorry. This is the English movies, and there are no movies in this category. Why actually? So let's review our code. So first, we'll edit the movie as a model by one. So we'll get query set. We will get the language. We will return a movie.objects.filter with language equal to self-float language. Okay. And offset to get context data. We're gonna retrieve the movie language as self-float language. So let's take a look at our URL. So we have language slash lang. So actually we should see movies here. Okay, let's do something. Let's open the base, and for the language, I'm gonna take this, and in here, I'm gonna move this, and I'm gonna add movies. The movie language, and here I'm gonna add English. So now, I refresh this, and from the language, I press on English. So let's move to the action, and this is the URL. So let's open the language. Now the language is English, and there is still no movies actually. So where is the movie list? So actually we should see the movies. Let's some of that. So now we need to change our language choices as we did in the category choices. So here we're gonna say English, and here we're gonna say German. And unfortunately, we're gonna add this max length also to 10. As I said before, this is not the best solution, but I don't wanna dig in the Django class-based view, so I'm doing it in the simplest way. So let's refresh our page. Yeah, we should make migration and migrate. So we're gonna make migration and migrate. And let's go to the admin and change this movie language to English, and the John Wick to English also. So let's see. Now let's refresh. We should see the movies here. So this is English movies. This is Spider-Man. Next we have the John Wick. Okay. So now we fixed the language issue. And now we need to add the year of production. So we need to add a year. And we also need to add the search. So we can do both of them, but in the next lecture. So see you next lecture.